Am I the a-hole for not wanting my husband to go on a boys' trip while I'm at home with our newborn? My husband, who's really great in general, wants to go on a boys' trip with his brother while we have a newborn at home and I'm going back to work. So, my husband 34M and I 28F just had a baby boy. He's amazing, precious, and very gassy at times. I had a C-section, not by choice, and am still recovering. Baby boy is about 2 weeks old. My husband is great. He shares all the responsibilities with me, supports me postpartum, and really makes sure the baby boy and I are happy and healthy. The thing is, my husband hasn't worked for a while now and I'm the sole provider at the moment. His dad passed away about 2 months ago and he had to leave me when I was 9 months pregnant. His family lives in a different country for 3 weeks because none of his siblings wanted to manage everything around his dad's passing away. He stopped working when he left and hasn't gotten back to it since. We have talked about it and he will get back to work in the near future, a month or so. I worked until the day I gave birth. I own a small business and need to get back to partial work in a few days. I will have to get back to full-time in about 3 weeks. Now, my husband has a brother that isn't the best family guy. He provides very little for his family, has 5 kids he often leaves his wife alone with, only helps to babysit sometimes and in general isn't really there unless it has to do with keeping the kids alive at max. My husband's brother won some football tickets about 6 months ago and invited my husband and his dad to go with. My husband had to pay for his submission to that contest though. Now that my father-in-law passed away, my husband's brother wants them both to go to that football game abroad and stay for 4 days. My husband doesn't just want to go. He made it a fact and says his brother said this would be a trip in memory of their father. I don't know how I'll do 4 days with baby boy alone at home. He will be 5 weeks old and I will be freshly back to work. My mom will be able to help, but I can't just leave the kid with her at this stage. I told my husband there's no way he's leaving and now he is mad at me and says he will be going anyway and I'm an a-hole for not understanding him. I will say, before their father died, I still said the same thing. I'll have a newborn at home and won't want him to leave. This has been known for over 6 months now. Am I the a-hole?
Here are the top comments.
Not the a-hole. Disregarding everything about him being not working and you overworking. Who cares about what he wants, what his brother wants, or anything like that? He has a newborn at home. He's not just gonna up and vanish like that. He chose to have a kid now. He has to take care of it. His boy time vanished for a good long while the moment he agreed to have a kid with you. He knows what it takes to care for a newborn. I hope so at least. So no way a good dad would just up and leave you alone like that.
Not the a-hole. Also, might I add that your husband sounds like an excuse of a human being who leaves their barely 1-month-old baby to go on a boys' trip.